All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of my garage, Adrian Matu's garage. So today what we're doing is we're going to be installing a new front rim, the 21-inch rim, which I got from Rotations. It's 21-inch Eclipse rim, and we've already forgot to record from the beginning, but we already started. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of what I've done so far. So here's the old rim, and here's the new rim. Nice. So what I've done so far is take it off the front forks, obviously. How we get about doing that is I had to remove the front calipers first. Well, loosen up the calipers, loosen up the brakes. Not the brakes, rather, just the calipers. Loosen up these two front bolts right here, the Allen key wrenches right here. And loosened up the other caliper and the ABS actually just slid right off. I kept the spacer the same. That way, nothing was wrong with it and it doesn't move around. And after that, I used my socket tool that I got from Amazon here to take off the tire itself. Once those things are loosened up right there, take this socket tool, put it in there, and turn it counterclockwise to take off the whole wheel. Okay. And once it gets out of the threads, you just gotta give it a little jerk and a little shimmy to kind of get it out. One thing I did notice though is that once I took all the bolts off the ABS right here on the new rim, it didn't come with that little gasket that was right there. So I used my pry tool, popped the slit underneath it, popped it out, and put it into there as well. So I wanted it to look exactly like it did when it came off of that bike. So that's what we're doing right now. We're working on getting the other rim back on. Also, the rim in itself, 21-inch rim, it did come with these spacers when I bought it from Rotations, which they provided for an additional cost, but they gave it to me because you had to have them to raise up the front fender. So it's going to be raised up just a little bit. Okay, so that's what we're working on now. We're going to get the rotors off this sucker right here. Slap them on this one right here. I don't really care if it's like mismatching or whatever the case is, but because that's more money that I don't have, or I spent too much money already. So we're gonna put those rotors on there, and then put there, back in there, and that up there a little bit, and we're gonna be good to go. So I'll see you in a little bit once I get everything all buttoned up. All right, so we got all the rotors off the old rim and placed them on the new rim. One thing I do want to mention, if you're doing a stock rim, I don't know if they did it on all the bikes, but did it to mine, they used red Loctite on there to lock the rotors on. I didn't have red Loctite, but I have blue Loctite. But red Loctite is supposed to be the permanent one. If I want to change my rim again on rotors, I'm supposed to use blue Loctite. It's on there tight. I torqued them down. So just make sure that you're aware that red Loctite is there. You're not going to be able to get it with there. And I don't recommend using an impact wrench to take it off because that might strip it. Just use a torque wrench, torque bar, and gradual, slow pressure to crack those nuts. All right, and we're gonna get ready to put it on there and raise up that fender and show you the finished product when we're done. All right, stand by. All right. One thing about this fender that I saw, right, the risers, that I didn't see people really explaining how this riser extension works. And I hope I did it right, and it seems like it's right. But right here is the riser kit, and this is how it should look to make sure that the holes line up for the fender, at least from what I saw. Another thing is the stock bolts on the fender up top. There's a spacer there. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's a spacer there that's built into the fender, so it can't be removed. And the stock bolts don't go flush with the riser extenders. So what I had to do was use some additional washers. The wheel came with 4 washers, but they weren't thick enough, so I just put some more washers in there, a thicker washer, to make it seat properly. So just keep that in mind when you're putting this thing on. And then also I put the clamp there for the hose clamp, the hose hook back on there on the other side. Same thing on this side. Okay. There we go. All right. And we'll get back to it and try and get you the finished product. All right, so we got her on. We're looking pretty good there. Got everything working properly like it's supposed to. Got a full rotor motion. Little spin calipers back on. Tighten up the bolt on the inside. Plus these, don't forget these two Allen keys right here to lock that crossbar. Okay, and again, be careful with that right there, knowing what's going to be, but get that extra washer to work that out. But it looks good. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It looks great. So much better than the stock old rim. And I think the next thing we gotta do is you're gonna get the lower linkage kit for the rear tire. We're not gonna do a video about that too. But man, she looks sexy. I love it, man. Here's the Vaquero, looking nice and sweet, and we're almost done with her, buddy. So I'm gonna get her down, and we're gonna ride her tomorrow. We're not gonna ride tonight. It's cold as hell outside. All right, peace.